going on, boys and girls? We are going to do a quick video review here. This is a HP HP Mini Note 2140. This is the successor to HP's first business netbook. It was then one little history and back history of netbooks. 2007, late 2007, Asus came out with the first EEE PCs. This particular model came out in late 2008, early 2009. This is their business line. Always had a preference for HP's business line just because the build quality tends to be better. I'm recording that as an example. I'm recording this on the Elite book. Aluminum chassis, top to bottom. So the construction quality is actually really good. Screen size, let's see if this actually works. Screen is a 10.1 inch. Resolution is 1024 by 576 defaultly. Now, I have a Linux distro installed on here because Windows, it doesn't play well. The Linux distro detects this at 1366 by 768. There's I don't know if you can see it, on the very top, right around here, there's a 0.3 megapixel webcam, integrated mic. Keyboard is about 92% full. There are some things that make typing a little wonky. Some of the, if you're touch typing, some of the certain keys are smaller, obviously. So it makes it an interesting experience. But once you get used to it, it's actually really not that bad. I'm finding myself typing at probably about 90% accuracy rate and about probably 85% of what I can actually type speed-wise. So I'm okay with that. As you can tell, the trackpad here is a little wonky. Instead of the left and right mouse buttons being underneath like older computers would, they are flying to the left and right. However, there is still tap to click, so you are good. Scrolling around takes a little getting used to. Nice feature, that particular button shuts off the mouse. So when you're typing, you don't bump the mouse because of the expanded space. I actually like that feature. So that's the keyboard and the inside. Let's take a look around the outside. On your outside, you have an express card slot. Underneath that little slot there is a full SD card slot. You have a USB port. You have your wired Ethernet. You have a powered charger for your obviously power, and you have a Kensington lock on the back. As you can tell on the back, there's a giant battery bulging out of this. There's another battery that is a 3-cell battery that fits flush with this. I got this for the extended battery life. I get about 4.5 hours, give or take. That's if like straight heavy use though. On the other side, you have your VGA out. You have a fan vent, you have a charging USB 2.0 port, and you have a headphone microphone jack separate. On the front, the very, very front, as you can tell, there's a blinking light that is for your power on. On the other side, your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth switch. Are netbooks still worth getting? With the rise of Chromebooks, I would say yes. Because realistically, what are Chromebooks? Underpowered web browsing machines, thin clients. Call them whatever you want. I mean, there's so many different ways to go about calling them. As an example, this particular machine, I picked up it for $40. So to me, yeah, they're really worth getting. If all you do is browse the web, now I wouldn't. Caveat: Chrome is a CPU hard, so probably running Chrome not the best idea, potentially, on top of something like Windows or a heavy Linux distro. But for web browsing, I can watch Netflix, I can do all the stuff that I need to. This works perfectly fine. Editing documents, light photoshopping, or GIMP photo editors, and watching video. I mean, that's what 90% of what we do on tablets. The difference is, this has a keyboard. And the battery life might not be as long, but you can also do certain things that you couldn't with a tablet, like run full-blown OS is on. So my take, $40 can't go wrong. If you're spending upwards to 100, 150 on these things, they are definitely not worth it. Go buy a Chromebook. Go buy a cheap secondhand used Elite Book 2560 or 2540. Or if you want something comparable in size, you can look at the ThinkPad X201s. There are so many different options available that if you're spending that kind of money, this is not what your expectations are. You're looking for a full-blown laptop. And by all means, go get one. But I would not recommend it. If you are on a budget and you just need something to surf and content creation a little bit, office stuff, these make great systems, I think. If you want to go scale, 3 out of 5, just because obviously older tech. But on the same note, I love the design, I love the keyboard for the most part, and I just love being able to throw something like this in a bag and go. It's small, and it gives me a real keyboard, something that a tablet tends not to do, in spite of all the stuff. And I'll get into that because I do have a tablet with a keyboard, and I'll give you my thoughts on that. So you guys know what to do. Rate, subscribe. Peace.